I question like what's the intent of this clinic? If like are they just trying to steal identities?
Several COVID testing sites are now closed in the St. Louis area after concerns about the legitimacy of the company running them. It comes one day after we first raised questions about the sites, and tonight the manager is responding. Our Holden Kerwicki joins us outside the largest site, that's at Ballpark Village, where things have changed in the last 24 hours. Holden.
Well, that's exactly right. And the site here at Ballpark Village, along with sites in Eureka, Chesterfield, Florissant, and the Central West End are closed. And the site manager told me it was our reporting that actually pushed him to make that decision. He says he still has some questions about exactly what happened, but I found out today he's not alone.
Like hundreds of other St. Louisans, when Denis Volobuev needed a COVID test, he went to Ballpark Village.
Everything seemed normal. Like they had, full clothing on, seemed pretty normal.
20 minutes after taking his test, he got a negative result. But after hearing the lab behind the site, Center for COVID Control, had received an F rating from the Better Business Bureau, he started to get concerned.
Because I feel like that's a question that everyone that went to these sites is probably, asking themselves. And
I was just as shocked as everybody else. And I was just like, oh gosh, what kind of mess is this?
24 hours later, the site administrator, Alan, has closed all of his pop-up sites in the St. Louis area as he distances himself from the Center for COVID Control.
I'm very frustrated. I'm very frustrated with the lab. Kind of frustrated with myself for even, dealing with them, although they had nothing, as of 2 days ago, they had no bad news, no bad press, no bad information out there.
He started using the company as a third-party vendor after taking a test at a site in Chicago.
They provided me all the documents that I asked them to. They showed me the CLIA number. I looked it up on the CDC. I double-checked. They were working with Doctor's Clinical Lab. And see, nothing I could find was anything wrong.
Despite firing the company, Alan still stands by the results.
I don't think they were doing it purposely or maliciously.
However, even he admits there are red flags, such as HIPAA being misspelled on their website.
Now when I look at Center for COVID Control, it is a pretty new lab. I think they're focused basically on COVID testing, and that does raise a red flag now, but again, hindsight is 2020.
He's now calling for safeguards to prevent this from happening again.
There probably does need to be some kind of oversight in the city or the state that says who can actually operate a testing site.
But that doesn't help those questioning whether their results are legitimate.
I am planning on going to get tested again, just because it's more just for peace of mind, right? I will probably do better research this time.
Alan told me he is planning on reopening his pop-up sites next week, but he will be using a new vendor to process those tests. The Center for COVID Control has yet to respond to my multiple requests for comment. Reporting live in downtown St. Louis, Holden Kerwicki, 5 on your side.